Hello, brothers and sisters. It's Damien here, streaming live from Thailand in Asia Pacific 1. What did we do with the $10,000 that was raised to translate this book, The Mother of Peace, into multiple languages of Central Asia? Well, that's what I want to share with you. I want to show you right now where the money is going and who has been working hard. You know, some of the people working on this project have to do so in secrecy, because if they're discovered, there are some countries in this area where if it is discovered that such a project is underway, doors will be broken into and homes can be raided. So this is no small thing. Really, I want to deeply thank those of you who have contributed to this project, any and everyone who has been involved. But especially, I want to thank those who donated last year over $10,000. Why did they donate? You know, the story of Mother's life in the pages of this book are a godsend. They're a lifesaver. It's life-changing. And I find that the more I understand the greatest woman peace leader in human history, the more that I can connect to Mother's heart as a son, it changes my life. It changes my couple's life and experience. It awakens deeper parts of my mind. You know, there's so many things I can study and spiritual practices I can do. But the more that I simply think of this woman as my mother, the mother of peace, the mother of unification, my life changes substantially, fundamentally. I feel it. Now it gives me greater, like a spiritual sense. So, of course, when Yumiko and I were transferred from the United States over to here, one of the first things I found out was, well, you know, I know we have many languages, so how many of these did we translate? And as of yet, we had not been able to translate any. There was no translations yet in any of these nations. And I thought, well, that's obviously my first job, right? We're going to be reading it every Sunday, and we got to start translating. And within a few months, look what happened. Out of the 18 languages, you know, seven languages were already offered to True Mother last Foundation Day. It's incredible. Big round of applause to all of you who participated in that project. But what about the other, 11, 12 languages? So, in response to the report of our work up until that point, Dr. Ki-Hoon Kim, the Choniwon chairman of North America, was so inspired by the momentum that we had gathered to translate Mother's life for all of these new countries that he texted me right away and he said, you know what? My family wants to donate a lot of money. Actually, they donated $1,200. He said, my family wants to donate to this ongoing project. We'd love to be a part of it. And until that point, I hadn't received $1. I hadn't asked for even $1 from outside of Asia for any project. But really, thanks to you, Dr. Kim, for helping to kick off that fundraiser. Well, this video is in response to you and in response to all of those who followed you to donate, whether it was $10 or $100 or $500. Every dollar counts towards this massive, massive project. The purpose of this video is to show you exactly how. Where did the money go? So I want to share that with you right now. This is the Mother of Peace Translation Project and Report of Asia Pacific 1. Right now, we're going to focus primarily on 5 languages of Central Asia. And there's a reason why those nations really stood out for this second phase. I'm going to give you the full report here. So the fundraiser is still live and active. If you go to GoFundMe.com and search for the Mother of Peace or hit the link in the description. We've already raised over $10,000, $10,321. Thank you so much to all of you who have donated to this project. There's a long list of names on there, some of them, discreet. Over $10,000 raised to support the translation of the Mother of Peace into several new native languages. So these are the 8 languages that are scheduled to be completed for Foundation Day. You can see here we got Chinese, Tamil, Sinhalese, Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Tajiki, Uzbek, and Urdu. So these are either completed or in their final stages and destined to be offered to True Mother this Foundation Day, one way or another. That will be 8 plus 7, so I guess that's like 15 languages. Almost all of our languages will be complete. And then after that, we've got to do Bangladesh, Bhutan, Maldives, Turkmenistan, and Vietnam, right? So that's how we're doing so far. Who's the project manager? From the beginning, I asked Dr. Tang Kimsuri, who is the Regional Vice President of Family Federation and the Regional President of IAYSP. He's been doing a great job, working with me closely and really doing so much of the brunt work, helping to communicate with each of the national leaders and the translation teams. Thank you, Dr. Kimsuri. You're doing a great job. He's from Cambodia, and that's a picture of him in beautiful Cambodia. But there's massive amount of teams volunteering for this project until now, and these are only the names of the current translation projects. And each language has a team and a process of oversight. We've got Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. And I want to introduce you to the translators, the current ones, okay, who are working on this project. And their message to you is, we would like to thank all who have donated and supported to this great cause, which helps to make possible for us to keep our promise to True Mother and offer her precious life story in our native languages by Foundation Day 2022. This is Movjuda Sadritdinova from Uzbekistan. She's a doctor, a pediatrician, 80 years old. She's so inspired by this book, and she found so many similarities in her own life. She lived through many of those world-level experiences that Mother describes in her life. What's amazing about her is, one of the things amazing is I don't know if she knows how to type, but she doesn't have a computer, and she wouldn't know how to use it if she had. That doesn't stop her. She is translating the entire manuscript by hand. And then there's a team coming up behind her to digitize everything. Can you believe that? That's devotion. Here's a quick quote from her testimony so far. I have experienced such joy since the time I was introduced to the autobiography of our True Mother. She has gone through a lot and endured so much, but the difficult years did not break her. Her courage to help ordinary people and comfort them through their difficulties amazes me. I am grateful to have this experience, and I hope for the time when all the citizens of Uzbekistan will be able to know this story. Isn't that beautiful? Let us give Movjuda a big round of applause. Thank you, dear sister. Truly precious. Next, how about Kusmanova Bakhyt from Kazakhstan? She's very inspired, and in fact, she translated the entire divine principle. I think it took her over a year. I heard her testimony that translating the divine principle into Kazakh was such a battle of endurance, not externally, internally. There was days, weeks, months, I think, when she was just in tears and convulsing. It was like a spiritual war to translate the divine principle, and it took so long, and she felt this was such a strong foundation upon which she could tackle this project, the Mother of Peace, into Kazakh. And again, she, invested all of her heart into this project. Here's a quick quote from her. I am so grateful for heaven's trust to translate this work. There is no greater mission than translating the words of the Messiah's life. While translating chapter 2, I made special conditions of respect towards Grandmother Chowan Mo and Mother Hong Sune, because through their dedication, chastity, courage, and determination, Heavenly Parent could freely guide and protect our True Mother from her birth. And now we have the living Messiah, true parents, and the embodiment of the Holy Spirit. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Kusmanova. And from the same nation of Kazakhstan, Samat Zinullin. He's inspired and he's supporting, translating and editing. And here's a quick quote from him. I've been thinking about translating the Mother of Peace for a very long time. Thank you, President Dunkley. This has now become substantially possible. Now the population of Central Asia will be able to read and learn about the Messiah and the only begotten daughter in their native language. Despite all of the challenges we are facing, we will do everything we can to finish this translation quickly. And during that process, our lives are being transformed through getting to know the circumstances of our true mother's life more deeply. Thank you, Samat. Thank you, brother. And also from Kazakhstan, Gazizova Assylzat. She works full-time also, but despite her busy schedule, she sets aside time every day and is thoroughly enjoying this translation project. She says, my beloved true mother, I am so grateful that I met you and our true father. I'm thinking about you right now and I want to visit you soon. I believe that I will be able to see you soon. I suffered spiritually for so many years not knowing the truth, but now I know and continue to study about our Heavenly Parent. I believe that very soon more and more of us will be able to know the truth of heaven. Thank you so much, true mother. We love you with all our soul. Thank you, Gazizova. And here's one from Kyrgyzstan. Her name is Dinara, and I can't disclose her full name or show you her picture because she is one of the people who has to hide her identity. But the reality on the ground is she too is working full time and nonetheless finds time in every day to translate another portion of True Mother's life. This is a brief quote from Dinara. This work is now almost completed. I have diligently translated this book with great anxiety due to the extreme suppression of any publication that is associated with the unification movement. Should word get out, authorities might break into my house. However, I have proceeded with extreme diligence and deep faith in our true parents in order to bring about the victory for Asia Pacific One under the direction of our regional president, Damien Dunkley. And I'm enormously grateful to him for the initiation of this project. Again, she's sharing with us about her life-changing experiences. But can you imagine for brothers and sisters like her who not only have to keep their faith hidden behind the curtain, but take on and tackle such a public job. And we will need your prayers and ongoing support on how we can really share this work with the people of this nation and many more. Let us give a round of applause for Dinara and all those who are working hard under the cloak of night by candlelight to reveal the truth of heaven. Let us give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. There's also Rukhshona Narzulloeva from Tajikistan. She's also working full-time, but finds the time daily to translate a few more pages of the Mother of Peace. And here's a quick quote from her. She says, "It is a great and historic opportunity to extend our gratitude and respect to the true Mother, who is doing so much for everyone around the world. I pray that through this project, I can express at least 1% of kindness and support for others. Even though there are many challenges to be able to translate this great work, I have truly enjoyed translating each and every page, as they should be a beacon of light for all people to guide us to a world of virtue and hope." Thank you so much. Thank you to from the whole team. We want to thank all of you who have prayed, who have worked, who have given, who have donated to this project. Look, we've already put 7 on the altar of our true parents. And you've got to understand, this isn't just like going to some place and giving them $10,000 to, translate it professionally. Please listen to this, what I have to say. Among the 20 nations, there was not one yet that we could give in their own language. But when you think about even Central Asia, Sure, maybe they all speak Russian, and many people speak in English in South Asia, but English isn't really their native language. Russian isn't the native language of Kyrgyzstan or Kazakhstan. You follow me? That was a language imposed upon them. It's great that we have some commonality of language, but the truth is, even though they speak it, the people in the villages, on the outskirts of the towns and villages and the countryside, they don't necessarily speak English or Russian. And so not only is this translation project equipping our leaders and family members to physically share substantial words of our true mother's life with everyone in the nation, everyone in Asia Pacific 1, but because we're touching the native tongue, we're able to speak to the ancestors of the nation. Think of it. Don't we want the ancestors of these nations to also be proud? And when they hear these words shared and spoken and prayed over early morning, don't they too want to listen? Don't we too want to stir their hearts that they can directly relate with the mother of father and mother, the life of father and mother? Yes. So it is a big project for any nation to take on this, let alone a regional project to take on almost 20 languages. So we wouldn't be able to do it without a lot of volunteerism. Listen to this. Here's another amazing point. Not only was this book not yet available in Asia Pacific 1, but in I believe most of the nations, this is actually the first official translation of any of True Parents' words in their native tongue, in their language at all. Isn't that amazing? I'm too amazed by that point. That means those who are participating in this work it's like translating the Bible for the first time or something like that. You know, they are literally bringing in the language of the people for the first time the words of our true parents. And I think we got to give those guys a big round of congratulations and applause. So come on, guys, this is a big project. I just wanted to report to you and thank you because if you've donated to this, if you'd like to donate, the link's in the description. Just go to gofundme.com and search The Mother of Peace. It's been amazing that we got this far. Thanks again, Dr. Tang Kim Suri, for overseeing this project. Thank you all of our national leaders, sub-regional leaders. We want to bring the next 8, at least 8 more by Foundation Day, and within 2022, surely we should finish every language in Asia Pacific 1. And if this can be an inspiration at all for any other languages or regions, let it be so. And if you know of languages in your region, maybe that you know that you didn't translate, maybe you shouldn't send money over here. Figure out how you can support in your own language or in your own country, your own region. I really bless that because, you know, my love and my desire is definitely not limited just to this region. I think all countries and all people of the world should know our father and mother's life course. It's life-giving, life-saving, and totally worth reading, translating, and donating for. So brothers and sisters, thank you so much. This is just a quick report. I wanted to thank you. Again, thank you, Dr. Kim, and thank you to the whole list of people who donated over $10,000. You are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I end here.